I lived in Toronto a long time. So I totally get, look at that ring. I have to get rid of that. I have to block out the stuff. How is everybody? How are y'all? Oh my gosh, how is everybody? San Antonio. Oh my God, Mama Bean Coleman. Hi there. How are you? Falkland, BC. There you go. Everybody. I think she's in the hills. I am in the hills. Oh, I know, right? I am in the hills. Yeah, how are you guys? Hi, out of ET. Minneapolis, Pennsylvania. Hey, something New Mexico. Hi, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Okay, first weird thing. Okay, weird thing. So, not that anyone cares, but I went to see the dentist today. And everybody else said, oh, we're going to pull your wisdom tooth. So I go to him. He says, no, I think you can save it. Because if we pull it, then we're going to have to pull the other one later on because it's going to be out of whack with that. And I was like, I can't have out of whack in my mouth. So anyway, oh, I'm sorry you're sick from the second trimester. That's hard. Anyway, he told me to go back. He gave me a referral and try to get a root canal to do that. So we didn't pull my tooth. However, John picked me up from the dentist thinking that I had my tooth pulled, right? And so we came back to my house. And of course, I got freaking hungry. So listen to this. This afternoon, I put salmon on the grill. I go outside and these people are jogging by and they're like, oh my God, that smells so good. What are you cooking? Yeah, I have all of my wisdom teeth. That's why I'm so hesitant. So, and I can feel the pain. It's cracked. I'm going to be in trouble soon, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going out there. I bring the salmon in and I'm like, yeah, your baby. Oh my God, your baby tooth. No, taking the baby tooth. Leave the teeth. Leave the teeth. Anyway, I go outside. I come in. I look at John. I go, that bear is going to be right down here. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I'm sitting next to the window. I'm eating salmon. I got the front door open. Tallulah's in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Suddenly I look. She's sitting on the porch like this, like her little tail's up. And I look and here comes this big ass bear right down the fucking middle of my street. Right onto my porch. I know he was hungry. Right onto my porch. He comes right there. I shut the door and John's like trying to get his camera out and he goes around the corner. He's going for the grill. So I go, oh shit, Tallulah's outside. Tallulah's outside. And I'm like, crap. She follows the bear off of the stairs. And I'm like, Lou, come back here. So she ran back inside and he's just out there. He's just fucking out there. He just literally was like this. John's like, wow. No, I won't. Are you kidding? I'm not going to mess around with him. Anyway, he was like this down the street and he was waiting. I know, right? I know. Katrina, for real. I'm sitting looking out the window with the front door wide open and he's like walking by my front door and I'm like, motherfucker. I knew he was going to get the salmon because my neighbors ran by and they're like, oh my God, are you barbecuing? That smells so good. And they come from down the street. So I was like, the bear knows. And sure as shit. And he just went to the side and then he goes up my side stairs through the back and he goes to the top. I haven't watched Cocaine Bear, but he wasn't a cocaine bear. He was hungry. He was so hungry, right? I know. I've got a beautiful dagger over there. So anyway, that's when he come for the food again. Then I go to John, let's go get some blueberries and throw them over the edge. See, look at this gorgeous, look. Spectacular. Yeah, dental implant. I know, right? No, John was like, wow. And I'm like, you're Canadian. Yeah, he was brown. He was brown and he was big and he just didn't give a shit. He was like, I don't give a shit. I know this bitch has salmon. So but the literally, I know this is my favorite nail color polish ever. It's blue gray. Anyway, it was absolutely hilarious. There he comes, and he just freaking comes by, and I'm like, wow. I saw him too. He came down my side steps, went out into the street from the backyard. Ooh, you caught a snake in the garage. Yeah, they come, and then I know, isn't it gorgeous? It's labradorite and amethyst and smoky quartz. Yeah. Sheena, the warrior princess. Anyway, the bear, he came and he was looking for like the dinner. We had it in here, and John's like, shut the window. He'll come in through the window. And I'm like, yeah, the rats go in your car engines. You know what, Fifi? The rats go in. They ate through some of our electrical cords. Just before Keith died, I had him putting Febreze. No, John doesn't live with me now. He just drove me home from the dentist because I went with him because I was getting a wisdom tooth pulled, but they didn't pull it. So yeah, so he drove me. Like, of course, we're gonna look after each other. We have kids, adult kids and grandbaby on the way. But anyway, the rats, they look for heat in the engines. So like in the valley down here, they chew on all the electrical cords. And do you know you're not covered for insurance? So just before Keithy died, yeah, I know. I won't mess with the kitty. Just before Keithy died, I went down to visit him at my old house, and I said, here's the Febreze. Can you wrap it all around my engine and everything? Yeah, I put on cute makeup, Nola girl, today. You know why? Because the dentist. So I took all the stuff. Does who? The bear live around the corner, or John? Yeah, they both live around the corner. No, I'm about 25 miles from my old house. Mm-hmm. Oh, you only had one wisdom tooth. Yeah. Oh, thanks, John. Thank you. Yeah, I have 4 Orangeville, Ontario, heavy rain. I remember I got to tell Honeywood, Orangeville, on the way to the hardware store with my dad when I was a little kid. I remember it so much. Yeah, there was our cottage was in Honeywood, and then there was Mansfield Ski Resort, then there was Orangeville, and there was the other place, I forget it, with an A. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's purple eyeliner. Yeah, I'll mail you, Carmen. You're hilarious. I love you, Carmen. The bear was here. Carmen saw a bear last week. She texted a beautiful picture. No, my tooth, they did not pull it. So Alliston, thank you, Christy. Alliston, thank you. Orangeville, Alliston, all of those places, I remember them. The pottery, the beautifully carved wood stuff we used to get and stuff like that. Yeah, beautiful. We used to drive up Highway 2, Newcomb's Ranch, to get burgers at dusk. The bears there were huge. Yeah. I'm somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where I am. No. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Did you get the? Yeah, no, she's in the house. She's right under here. Yeah, she came back in. She wasn't scared. She chased him around the corner, like looking. I had to call her back, right? Can they fix the crack? I'm going to another dentist. He's referring me to a specialist because he wanted me to try to save my tooth because he said I have nice teeth. And he said I got to replace a cap back here. But he said, if you don't want to pull them, don't pull them. And I never want to fucking pull them. So I got to plug this in to show you guys pictures. Yeah, this is not a grizzly bear. There's still, I mean, bears, you know, whatever, the bears. Brantford, Ontario, the strip club. Yes, I remember. That's not in the good part of town, though. Yeah, I forget the name of that strip club. Sorry, you guys. I just disappear off the set like a nut. I'm like, hi, let me be weird. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to charge my phone. I'm like, let me be weird. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, my teeth, I know, but I don't want that wisdom tooth pulled. So, yeah, I have a lurking spirit attached. Yes, antiques, they come home, right? I do. How do you do it? They're my teeth. I mean, they're really my teeth. It's genetic. But anyway, there's still, you know, there's little things, but I just don't know what to say. Yeah. Okay, you guys. So last night I lost most of I'm sorry, Blonde 007. I know it's very hard. It's very hard. No, I pay for my dental care myself. I went to a dentist. He was pretty inexpensive and he pulled some friends of mine teeth. I found him on a flyer because I was bulimic. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the acid from throwing up does that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Nola girl. This is Max Snob. It's called Max Snob, and then I'm wearing Flirt lip liner from NYX, and then I'm wearing Burt's Bees, whatever for whatever. Anyway, I went to Ruger's last night. Yes, I did. And I can't show you, it's on the phone. But anyway, I went to Ruger's last night. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, oh my God. Anyhow, it's gonna smudge, y'all. We got the plastic on it. It's little chirpy. Oh God. Ah, yeah. So I'm determined to do bullshit at night, and that's what I did. My bullshit at night, and I'm determined. Yeah. So now for those that you don't know, when you get a tattoo, you can't even see it. It looks like a muddy mess. When you get a tattoo, it hurts like a motherfucker. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. I was like, what? Anyway, I go, this is some fuckery, Ruger. This is some fuckery. And so anyway, the fuckery continued until 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I went home. He works nights. So like, I know Jason looks cute. Anyhow, how long it took I got there at like 9:30 and I left at like 2 something because we got one more session because I'm a baby and I was like, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah. So, water and a drop of iodine. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica. I will. So anyway, yeah, I was at Ruger's and weirdly, the first movie we watched, he puts the TV on for us and then he does, whatever. My foot tat was the worst ever. Yes. Yes. Oh, this was yes, it's not saran wrap. It's called Second Skin, so you can shower. But the ink, you'll notice it's all black and smudgy. The ink gets completely smudged. Yeah. Yeah, you have 4. Nola girl, start them one at a time. I have 4 faces. I'm telling you, Ruger's the best. The shading, that's what I'm going back for. And he's going to finish Keith because I got Keith way back in 2021 November, and we haven't finished Keithy. So it's not saran wrap. It's called Second Skin. But anyway, the ink, it gets all smudgy for 5 days, and then you peel off the skin and you put your hustle butter on or your ink, your vitamin E or whatever it is, and then you literally just wash off. So all the ink. Oh yeah, it was painful. It was painful. Hi, Bobby. Oh my God, Bobby the bear came for my salmon tonight, right down the middle of the freaking street. I had the door open. Tallulah was out on the porch. Johnny was there. I walked in the house from the barbecue, and I said, that bear gonna smell this. And there he is in broad daylight in the afternoon, strolling down the street, coming onto the porch, looking for the fucking salmon. I shut the door. I shut Tallulah out there. I'm like, bye. Yeah, I love, so that's what happened. Yeah, 40 tattoos. That's awesome. I'm almost sleeved. Thank you, Bobby, for that. Yeah, dinner company. I have to show you all because I don't think this phone is gonna charge. Oh, wait, it did. It is on here. It is charging over here. So let me pull this up. So what happens is Ruger takes a picture. Yeah, Tallulah was outside and she followed him the fuck around the corner. And I was like, Lou. And then I opened the door and John's like, shut the door, shut the window, shut. So I turned the cameras on. I was spying on the bear. Okay, so Ruger starts out, he takes a picture. So the picture, I don't have the original picture. Anyway, the picture was facing one way, but I wanted Jason to face his brother Keith on my arm because that's how I wanted to tell the story. Anyway, so Ruger kind of sketches out, that's my arm like that. He sketches out roughly, okay, roughly. And then he starts tattooing roughly around the edge. And then this is you can see the glasses on Jason's head right there. That's Jason. And then he does this, and then we come back to shade, right? That's how that's how they do it. So they kind of do it like that. Yeah, I know, it's my favorite. It really captures Jason. That was at his baby shower. See, I knew about Miss Cleo. No, I didn't, Laura. I knew about Miss Cleo because I worked for that company before she was Miss Cleo. And again, the reason they hired her to be Miss Cleo, which nobody understands it, but I'm going to say this out loud. Telecom communications. Okay, so Telecom Communications was the company that handled it. They got nailed by the FCC or whatever. They needed a spokesperson to take financial responsibility for the company. Oh, thank you, Ashley, for that. Thank you. They thank you so much. I love you more, Ashley. Ashley and I have this sick competition going on. Andrea, go get another one. But telecom communications was banned by the FCC for doing their online 800, psychic numbers. So they hired Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo was a figurehead. I don't even know that she was really psychic. I have no idea. But she agreed to take financial responsibility. Yeah, but see, the company put her as the brand up front. So not only did she get famous on camera, she was the company. Yeah, see, Carmen, there you go. I started with telecom communications. I got fired because I'm dyslexic and I couldn't read. I tell people that, and I'm a published writer, but I couldn't read a script. But I got hired to do one of their commercials. They had a blonde, a brunette. Thank you, Ashley. A blonde, a brunette, a redhead, and a darker skinned girl. And I had to say, wake up and smell a coffee to a client. And I'm like, probably not going to say that, but they fired me off of that set. And they were using they don't want pretty psychics. Yeah, well, no, because they like to mock us. Hi there, wintergreen, citizens of Sloan World. You guys are citizens on this cartoon ride we're all on. I'm on this cartoon ride. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, telecom communication got banned, okay? Banned from being able to do it. So they needed to put a figurehead up to take the hits if they were sued, and that's what she became. Secondly, it was an online company, and they were making money like the 900 numbers, like the sex, the porn, the whatever. So they were part of the reason. That a lot of psychics get nailed. We get called all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Wake up. Who am I going to say wake up and smell the coffee? What the fuck? I had to read from a script. And I had to say the word sword, and I couldn't read it, right? I couldn't read it because they handed me like a 40-page script right there to begin with while the cameras were on, and I could not do it. So I actually worked with Linda Georgian, if you know who she is, Psychic Friends Network, and I worked for that before it was a thing, like when it first started, and Linda was there. Now, Linda was psychic, and she used to come into LA, and she would stay at our house. John can tell you all this, but she had a little wee Pomeranian dog, and she used to do visitations with her much younger boyfriend, meaning he had kids, and the visitations was at our house, which was weird. But anyhow, yeah, Linda she went to school with Al Bundy, whatever his real name is, but she would be John's age. They're both born in 46. She was a Libra. Anyway, I did all of her assistant work and all of that stuff. And so I worked for Psychic Friends Network, and I'm talking before I had Jason, just when it did. Yeah, no, I did. I have a lot of advertisements. I can show you the they have my picture up there. Jason was 8 months old. The reason I worked for them is because they wrote down my client testimonies. So my clients wrote in to them and said whatever they said about my readings with them. So they reenacted my client readings. So they had my clients on their infomercials, and they reenacted what I told the clients and then what happened with the clients. So on several different occasions, and Linda and I became friends, and I worked with her. We did a thing with Ray Combs. I told you, love psychic, all of that. And the only way Linda could get herself on TV is if she had a celebrity. They don't take anyone seriously unless you have a celebrity, because, you know, that's validating. But you as yourself, fuck you, you're not validating. Anyway, Dionne Warwick was her client, so that's who ended up being there. And probably, I mean, I stopped working with her, oh my God, by the time I had Keith. But probably, I've been in the psychic industry for over 40 years. So before it was a thing, before everybody knew it was a fucking thing, I was on the psychic, like I did that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there was that. But when you're looking at it, okay, what is my password? Oh my God. Okay. So when you're looking at psychic industry, I mean, in Toronto, I was psychic. In LA, I was psychic. Like, it's something you're born with. They turned it into profiting. They turned it into profiteering, profiting, all of that stuff, right? Send a text. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm going to get a text. Oh, crap. I can't see the text. Hold on. Damn it. I can't get in. Oh, 405. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Hold on, you guys. Ugh. This is annoying. I can't get on. Oh my God, so annoying. So annoying. All right. Hold on. I want to show you guys this picture. You get me thinking of stuff and I can't. Anyway, it's on my Instagram, but what was I going to say? So that's how I ended up with Psychic Friends Network. Is they took about 10 of my clients' stories, so people that came to me for readings through their network, and those people wrote in and wrote their, you know, Sloan said whatever the fuck I said, and we were, yeah, that's actually how that happened. So I literally have been in this work for 40 years. That doesn't mean I'm good, bad, or indifferent. I have done this. I've done tarot, but I don't need to do tarot. Astrology is more my thing. Anybody can read cards. I mean, in theory. Is Dionne Warwick a witch? I have no clue, to tell you the truth. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming she's coming from, you know, Britney's family and all of that. I mean, Whitney's family, Britney, Whitney, all of that, right? So she could very well be, but I really don't know. Dionne Warwick is alive. Yeah, she's alive. So I have some pictures. Jason was 8 months old and I was breastfeeding him in the green room. So I was doing their infomercials while breastfeeding little Chirperoo in the green room with my mother-in-law. So I would do hair and makeup and go on camera, and Jace would be in the back with John's mom while I stayed, you know, out front. So that's kind of how I worked it. Jason went on every single TV show, every single everything I ever did. I dragged that kid everywhere. That kid worked on the streets with me. I mean, he literally worked everywhere with me, my Jason. It was something I did. But back then, Linda was pretty great. She would come into town every couple of months. She would stay at our house. She'd come in around April because I remember her being there for John's birthday. Okay, yeah, here you are. Here you are. I found the picture. I'm going to make you guys look at the picture. All right, so this is just in 93 or 4, I guess, right after Jason was born. But you can see right there. So that's part of that whole thing. You see it? So anyway, that was that. That was that shit. So yes, we are familiar with that. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. That was that story. Yeah, that's a throwback. That's way back to Chubby Muffin after I had little Jason. But Jason's very familiar with the world. Both my kids were, you know, very familiar with the psychic world, etc. So Kitty is good. She's sleeping on the chair. So yeah, no, Brittany, I don't think Brittany is crazy. Brittany is Yes, Julian, let me tell you that story. So one of my friends, Brent, who I met on Mount Baldy last summer, Jason's a very sensitive and old soul. Yeah, he really is. One of my friends, so I met this guy going up and down Mount Baldy, and I would run by him, and he would stop and he would see me like 3, 4 times in a row. And he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm fucking running up and down there, this mountain. I got to do 100 times last summer." Anyway, he's done 600, almost 700 times. He's worse than me. So one day I chased him up the hill. Sometimes I beat him, sometimes he beats me. And sometimes we go at different times. Anyway, he literally, yeah, her family's going to say she's bipolar. Who the fuck are they? They stole over $500 million. I mean, come on now. So anyway, Brent was looking for Julian, okay, like all winter because he climbed up there. His handle on Instagram is Backcountry Brent. Backcountry Brent. He travels through all there. Anyway, we got to the top of Mount Baldy one day and he took me down the Baldy Bowl where they have all the avalanches and shit. I followed him. He gave me one of his ski poles. We took off down there and I was like, fuck me, I'm going to end up dead here. So anyway, he posted that they found it. So I'm wondering if he might have been one of the ones that found it. Yeah, he was found dead. He was just found 2 days. I was there when the day that he was found on the 25th. I came down. I didn't find him, but we saw the helicopters above and stuff. But anyway, it was so weird. So I went to Ruger's last night, as you know, and when I got there, there was Ocean's 11. Yes, it was right there. And I look up, I'm like, that's the guy I'm just telling you about that went missing in Mount Baldy, right? Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I've climbed it 372 times and I run the race every year. I'm not going to go up there in the snow because I went up in the snow actually before Julian Sands, the actor. I went up in the snow, like a month ago, but the snow was on the top part, so the last 2 miles. And so when I was climbing up, I mean, it was pretty decent snow, meaning I was up on the top of the trees, the tree line, you know what I'm saying? So when you sink down, you sink down. So anyway, yeah, Julian Sands. So anyway, when I hike that in the summer, I mean, you don't want to hike it, you know, in the rainstorm. And we had so much snow. I got stuck in Palm Spring up to my fucking waist, okay? And if you fall through a crevice, you're never getting out. My guess is he fell through a crevice or he slipped down and hit his head, because that happens a lot too. Plus, one of our other friends died. Not really my friend, but the other girls and Brent's friend, and she died, and she's an experienced hiker. So it happens. We all kind of know each other. I don't go up in the winter. Brent goes up every day, regardless. Yeah, I don't know about the Grand Canyon with that. Yes, very strange. Okay, y'all, I'm having a fucking hot flash. Anyhow, so they found Julian. So I found it quite apropos. They were playing his movie when I went. I mean, that Ruger put it on, number one, because we watch like Harley Quinn and shit like that when I'm over there. He picks whatever. He's like, pick whatever you want. And I'm like, whatever you want. So I found it really interesting. Then I looked up and I'm like, shit, that's Julian. And I knew nothing about him until he went missing on Mount Baldy. So, yes, above the lift. Oh, yeah. But see, it's the ski hut trail. So the lift is the road to, you can drive up to Mangar Flats and you can park, and then you can take the, what do you call it? Like the dirt road. Cars drive up there to the ski hut. You can take that up to the ski hut. Okay. You and I can't drive up there, but you can walk up there because the staff drives up there. And then you can go up through the Devil's Back and go up that way. But with the ski hut is 9 miles round trip, and it's 4,000 feet incline. So every mile is 1,000-foot incline. Whereas if you go the other way, the way the race is, it takes me 3.5 hours to do the 9 miles up and down into climbing 4,000 feet in 4.2 miles. So I'm up and down in 3.5 hours. I'm up in about an hour 35. So I can run it up the 4 miles, and actually I'm pretty good at it. So I can get up there pretty quick. Going down, I'm slower. because I don't want to fall and I want to injure myself, and some of it is steep. I mean, it's not overwhelmingly steep, but it gets slippery in the summer because it gets super hot in the sand. But anyway, he was doing the ski hut trail, which is, it's there, it comes to the Baldy Bowl. They have avalanches and all kinds of bullshit that happens. So, all kinds of nonsense. And so I'm thinking, because I have another young friend I met last year, and he literally, I only hike alone. Sorry. I run into people. Yeah, it's hot as fucking hell, Nola girl, up there. The race every September is like, oh my freaking fucking freaking. And they don't start it till 8 in the morning. So it's hot as shit. And every year I'm like, fuck. And Marisa started me with that race in 2008. So I've been running that race for a long time. Anyway, the ski hut trail, I think, well, you can fall on the devil's back because it's this big and they put chains there, ropes there. So if you're going to crawl over, but I could see this winter, it was crazy. Have you ever had weird experience with someone up there? No, I very rarely have weird, I mean, I can catch people's eyes. I can catch their eyes, so I know when they're weird. Like I've gone hiking under the tram in Palm Springs and gone past a group of men and they look weird because you're a single female, and men make a judgment like that. And it's like, well, you're fucking up here. I'm going to be up here. And the reason I don't hike with people, except for Marisa, like I can take Marisa, but she's not going to go all the time with me. But the reason I don't hike with people is A, I don't wait for groups to do it. This is something I want to do. And B, people are usually slower. C, you have to wait with them. You have to talk to them and all that shit. No, I don't take a weapon with me. Sometimes I'm gone. I don't take a weapon for 6 hours climbing through the Palm Springs desert by myself. So no, I don't take weapons. I'm not worried about it. I'm not really worried about anything, but I've never had a problem except for the one guy in Burbank for years who literally, I have pepper spray, but I'll never get it out of my knapsack, and I don't take a knapsack when I'm running up and down, Oh, that's sweet. When I'm running up and down in Mount Baldy, I just carry water in my hand and a phone. I don't take a knapsack because I hydrate on my way driving there. So 40 minutes, I drink coffee and water. If I'm going to Palm Springs, I drink like a gallon of water. I do take water in Palm Springs because it's 6 hours through the desert in 100-degree heat. So yeah, I'm gonna take water, 3 liters, that kind of thing. I say just do whatever you want to do, because if you wait for people, yeah, or it backfires. That's right. If you wait for people to go with you, they'll never go with you. They'll never do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was missing 6 months, but the snow had to melt. There's still snow up there. I was just there 2 days ago, and there's still snow. So not a lot, but there still is. So they have to wait for the snow to go back. A month ago, it was packed with snow, like literally packed with snow. So you're not gonna find whatever, right? Find whatever you're looking for. So yeah, anyway, bear spray. Yeah, but bear spray is huge. I'm not going to carry it when I'm running up. And I'm not really worried. Like if somebody gets me, they get me. I look people straight in the eyes. If you want to fucking say something to me, say it. And I start in the dark. I kind of creep off and go in the dark by myself anyway, because yeah, I look them in the eyes. One time in Palm Springs, it was like, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning, because you want to get through the desert before it hits freaking hot. And I would always, climb up there, and I was obsessed with it. I just loved it. So I would start at 3. So you're climbing in the dark through rocks, through hours. And I got about 2 miles up, and there was 3 drunk guys and a girl, right? And the guy goes, "What are you doing up here?" And I'm like, "What are you doing up here?" Yeah, Steve Perry, Burbank. He's Burbank. I'm like, "What are you doing up here?" And the way they were looking at me, they were drunk, and I could have gotten in trouble. I put my music on really loud, and I just look them in the eyes, and then I walk past them. I'm not going to act like I'm scared, and I don't turn around, but I look to feel if I can feel them. So yeah, I just want to get to the top of the mountain. If you want to kill me while I'm hiking, I don't know what to say. Like, why? Like, why? I'm just trying to exercise. But sometimes it was funny because hikers would find me and I'd go off the trail and I'd be on the side of a rock, on the side of a fucking rock, on the wrong part of the trail, on a slippery ass 1,000 fucking foot rock, meaning pound rock. And I would get lost because that's what happens in the dark to me. So finally, oh, Lyle, good questions. How to avoid knee issues. I don't have knee issues because I do not run downhill. And oh, there, she lives in Palm Springs. I love it. I do not run downhill. I go uphill quickly. I stretch. I go to the chiropractor. He stretches me. I do the sauna and I don't ever run on cement. I just don't. Maybe a half a mile on cement if I have to get back to the car. If your knee clicks, pull your leg up behind your butt and stretch it like that. So stretch and stretch and stretch, okay? Yeah, I don't live in fear. I'm not going to live in fear. Nobody should be living in fear. Nobody should be living in fear, y'all. Virgo moons, that's a psychic family, Heidi. Psychic family. Aw, I'm sorry Bob passed, your dad, Bob. Yeah, it's hard when people, yeah, don't live in fear. You know why? Because if you don't, like, if you can't, don't run with scissors. Okay, well, that's, yeah. Who attacked you? I attacked myself. The reason drown too, dress sizes. Awesome. That is stretch your knee behind your back. Like stand up and stretch your knee. I've had to do it. It's usually your tendons that hold your knee in. I forget what they're called. The tendons there. So you want to stretch them so they have fluidity and flexibility. Yeah, people can smell. I may think, I can't feel anything since Keith died. Honestly, sorry, there's a thing there. So I don't feel anything. I did feel the tattoo. I did feel that, but I don't really feel, I can't connect it. I know in my head I should be afraid, but if I can't do what I want to do on earth, then if I can't do what I want to do, then why am I doing it, right? Why? Sloan, should I get a mullet? Do you want a mullet, Aaron? If you want a mullet, I mean, Miley has a cute mullet right now. But don't be afraid of anything. If you wait for people to go with you, if you wait for this and that, you're not going to do it. So I know Ruger is amazing. Amazing tattoo. My brother died last year. Oh shit, hold on. My brother, oh god damn it, my brother died last year and so did my father. I'm sorry, Wintergreen. Yeah, it really fucks with your head. I'm not right in the head. I don't really like, I could see myself get someone beating my ass because I just wouldn't back down. I wouldn't back down anyway, and never would I back down. I don't know that I would skydive. That's an interesting question. I don't know that I would skydive. I'm not sure about that. I don't get a mullet wig. Good, Dan. Listen to Dan. Get a mullet wig. We don't got to put the mullet on right now. Yeah, I don't know if I would skydive. I'm not sure about that. I don't know that I have a desire to. I mean, I might, I may do that, right? But yeah, it's interesting. They want you to be afraid of everything on this earth because if you're afraid, like I'm stretching, if you're afraid, and I am afraid of the dentist, by the way, but I went in all like grown up and everything. I went in all grown up. Yeah. And then he's like, yeah, we're not going to pull this. You're going to try to get a root canal and you're going to go check it because you're not going to be happy. So I'm like, that's right. I'm not going to be happy. But anyway, I think I'm not jumping out on a perfectly good plane. I think when they push fear on us, they teach us to be afraid of everything, and that's ridiculous. John just told Lila about the bear. She's coming to visit me tomorrow, so we're going to be on Bear Watch 2023. Lila and her little friends, so I've got grandma duty, which is going to be so exciting. I'm excited, so there's that, but yeah, so Rascal and her little friend, we're going to go to the nail place and stock up on our shit for our nails. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, Miley does have a cute mullet. I mean, I think she has a mullet, right? No baby, Sloan. No, well, no baby yet. Kenna has not had that baby. It's due on Jason's birthday. I sent Jason the pictures of the tattoos of him, so I'm pretty sure he's not talking to me right now. He's like, why are you going to tattoo that on you? I'm like, tattoo my son? Because that's the only accomplishment in my life, little buddy, is you and your brother. And I'm going to put you two on my arm. It's a tribute to my children. Because what else is there really? I mean, you can tattoo shit on you, but what else? That's the only thing that matters to me. So that's that. The baby is due July 14th on Jason's birthday. So we'll see if she comes out then. Ken is getting super. No, don't use the word scared. You're not scared. Just say that sounds interesting. I'm not sure I want to do that. Whatever. But like, why are you scared? Well, Jason's turning a new leaf. Yeah, I don't think he wanted me to. On Father's Day, he's like, why are you going to put that picture? I'm like, do you have a better picture? But I'm really glad I did it because it faces Keith. So, yeah, I love it because I love my Jason. So now they don't ever, oh, your birthday is July 14th, Bastille Day. Yeah, so I was going to say they make you afraid of everything. Like you should be conscientious. You shouldn't be an idiot. But, you know, yeah, no toxic root canal. I'd rather have a root canal than have them pull my tooth. I don't like pulling teeth. I hate pulling teeth. Anyway, yeah. I think you should be conscientious energetically, but I don't know that you have to. 714. There you go. I get my wisdom teeth pulled 4 at once and pretty much. Yeah, I'm never going to do 4 at once. I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, no, I can't. Sorry, no bueno. No compute. Yeah. Oh my gosh. 8:15, that's my birthday, Alice V. 8:15. And I think I'll be in Canada sometime around then. So I'm thinking, who does Tallulah stay with when I'm not here? Oh, when I go, I take her to Vicky. I take her to the pet sitter. She stays at the pet sitter who has a teenage daughter, and Tallulah sleeps with a teenage daughter. So she goes to the Kitty Hotel, which is this really nice lady's house, and her daughter takes care of Tallulah. So it's super good. Yeah, you're going Bobby on the 4th. I'm going to bug Estelle on the 4th. I'll be bugging Estelle for the 4th because she's got the view in Malibu. So there, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be driving and bringing desserts. Hopefully I don't eat them, but that's what I'm going to do. I don't mind pulling other people's teeth, but not my own. That's kind of what the dentist said. He didn't like his teeth pulled. I'm like, dude, me neither. Another 8:15, 8:15, 8:15. There you go. Can needles help my eyes? I don't know. Yes, I'm going. There's a Bella family reunion. So I haven't seen my little cousin's baby yet. So I think we're going to go because I don't really have family except for John's family. So that would be my family. And we spend every winter up there with the kids growing up. So I think we might do that. I think that's what we'll do. Not for July 4th, but, Virgo 9-2. Yeah, there you go. The Virgos come after the Leos. We used to say we are going resorting. Yeah, when we'd house set. Wisdom teeth usually too far back to notice. Yeah, I know. No, but mine cracked. And I have root canals in my other ones because I never allowed a dentist to pull my wisdom teeth. I'm like, no. They're like, you're costing money and there's a tooth back there and no one cares. I'm like, you say no one cares. I say I want my fucking tooth in my head. I'm that weird. 9-5. Yeah, John's family. That's the only family I have. I spent more of my life with his family than my family. All the cousins, all the little kid cousins and everything. I'm not going yet. We haven't decided if we're going. But anyway, all the little Keithy's little cousins, first cousins, like, the little kids. So I want to see them. And I haven't seen Stephanie. Birthday twins. There you go. Birthday twins. Mercury and Virgo. Well, that's being a Virgo almost. Aries. Yeah, the Dreamcatcher's beautiful. I forget who sent it to me, but it's so gorgeous that it needed to be on the set. It's trying to catch Lenny over there. Oh, I guess birth energies are portals. July 9th. Kim, you know whose birthday that is. Don't let me piss you off. It's OJ Simpson's. Only reason I know that is because whatever. John's family is weird. No, John, I miss my cousins. I miss my little cousins, the little kids that Keith and Jason's were friends with. Not his daughter. She ain't coming. So that weirdo's back here. But no, the cousins back home. Back in Canada, the Canadian cousins. So yeah, Stephanie, and she's married like I am. She's an in-law, but I get along great with her. Yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be get it pulled. I can't get it pulled. I cannot allow myself to pull a tooth. I'm sorry. I cannot. Mm-mm. Get it pulled. No. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. So y'all. What do we make of everything that's going on? August, oh, because your mom was August, right? Yeah. Oh, you got the selenite. Oh, good. Thank you. I was hoping everybody got their shit. Psycho. And my psycho sister is July 9th. Alice has a psychotic sister born July 9th. Keith has been with Tulip. Yeah, I know. I was thinking of Tulip today. She was so cute. I don't, too bad Lou didn't meet Tulip. Yeah. Pippa and Mew Mew. But anyway, the 22nd of December. Yeah, I just got knocked to another. Yeah, they kick you out of here all the time. Can I dye my hair? Yeah, you can dye your hair during a Venus retrograde. But remember, when Venus is retrograde, and I forget when it goes retrograde, I've got to come on and be more serious. But when Venus gets retrograde, okay, you have to watch, like, don't go do plastic surgery because it won't turn out the way you want. Hair is fixable, so like it doesn't mean it won't work out well. It might work out better because maybe when the retrograde wasn't there, you did a lot of other hair colors and you're like, yeah, this one works perfect, so I know what I wanted to do. So yeah, we have Mercury retrograde coming. We have a bunch of stuff coming. So we do. Yeah, she is a see you next Tuesday with a big fat C U N T. See you next Tuesday. La 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 la. Okay. Yes, I do my own hair. Exactly. Yeah, no, I know. I'm excited. I haven't been to Canada since 2018. 28. What about Botox? Well, you can do, okay, just look at it this way. If you go to the same person and you do your Botox and filler, I don't know why it would go awry during a retrograde. Sorry, grow your hair long. Grow your hair long again. I don't want to. I'm a runner, and if you have the face to wear short, you wear short. The long hair, I know everybody loves long hair, but most people can't wear short hair. That's why I wear short hair, because I can wear short hair. That's why. If I couldn't wear short hair, I wouldn't. And when I had long hair, I never wore makeup, ever. Like very little makeup. No, I wouldn't grow it again. I'd probably put a wig on. But why? Like, why? And because when I had long hair, I would never wash it. So I would like put it up on the top of my head. So with my short hair, I have to dress like a girl because it's so short. That sounds weird. With my long hair, I'm like, I have long hair. I don't need to put makeup on. I don't care. This is kind of how I was. Are you pregnant? Awesome. Awesome. I wear short hair because I can. That's just it. If I couldn't pull it off, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, it suits my face because I have a little face. Like, I don't want to I have a little face. So yeah, if most people can't wear short hair, that's why they go around saying long hair, because you can't wear short hair. Hello? If you could wear it, people would do it because, whatever. If you can't wear it, then you're going to keep your hair long. Wear your hair how you want, right? Right. My head is shaped like a basketball. I have a weird bump on the side of my head. It's hilarious because I'm always like, why is it sticking out? And they're like, because it's your head bone. I'm like, what do you mean it's my head bone? It's my head bone. Yeah, so I'm a motherfucking pixie, exactly. But a watermelon head, let's see, I have a long, yeah, Bobby, you look good in both. It depends on your face shape, honestly. Yeah, I know, the models still have their long hair. If people like long hair, I'm going to cut mine short. If people like this, I'm going to do that. because I don't want to do what the majority, I don't need to look like the majority of people, you know. It can, Nola girl, make you look older. It depends what kind of cut you get. There's some really cute shag cuts that go on. There's some really cute, like even Miley's hair looks cute, but there's some really, really, you know, really cute around the face haircuts. If it's just all long and one length and heavy, you have to consider that your face shape, of course, because, you know, whatever. Not many can pull off long or short. Yeah. I think I look better in short. You know, mine is long layers. Well, you could always curve it in around your face. You could change the color. You could frame it with different color around your face. It depends. I mean, you're going to have hair, right? So if you have hair, you have hair. Oh, chop it, Bonnie. Yeah, I didn't do this. I started chopping this a while back and my hair is super thick. So I have to thin it like crazy. And it grows like crazy. But you know what? I mean, I would grow it if I didn't cut it. But look at my hair in chemo. I don't care if it's long or short. There you go. Aw, Debbie, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. We all need some hair, right? Right. Wait, I turned into one what? I don't know what you just turned into. Yeah, are you better, Debbie, from your cancer? I'm assuming it's cancer since you were on chemo. Could be arthritis too, though. Oh, good. Yep, I'm doing it. Good job. Good job, Bonnie. Do it. Yeah, do it. I mean, it's a shock. It is hard, but that's why I put makeup on, because I'm face forward. So to put your face into the world, you have to be confident with your face. If you're not confident with your face, then don't put your face out there. Cover it up, right? Oh, I love dreadlocks. Jason used to have dreadlocks. Well, he wanted dreadlocks. He was trying to make dreadlocks. And I said to him, you are a white boy, Canadian, right? You know that. Shags, that's the one I'm thinking of. Shags. Yeah, I'm 56. I'm 57 in August. I don't know. I mean, I might look old, but you know, Annie Lennox has short hair. She still has short hair. She always had short hair. She did short hair. Who are the other short-haired ones? Let's see. Rheumatoid has my hair falling out. Yes, Bobby knows about that too. Yes, your hair, you know, whatever. I get dreads if I don't brush my hair. Yeah, you can get dread. Jason loved his, 57 in August. And I don't touch my face. I don't do fillers. I don't do Botox. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just afraid to put like toxins in my face. I will do a facelift, I'm sure, at some point. That's what Mia Farrow had short hair, then long hair, then short hair. Sometimes I think I'd go hippie, but I'd go hippie. Like I wouldn't color my hair. I just used to wear it long and throw it up on my head. You know, so I'd run, sweat, not wash it. Run, sweat, never curled it. Run, sweat, whatever. I get dreads in 2 days. That's great. Yeah, that's so great. What day in August? My birthday's the 15th. I've gotten Botox. Yeah, most people have. I have not, because I have a phobia about food poisoning. So to inject my face, and people don't believe me, but it's true. My lips look, stop ruining your face. Your lips look swollen. My lips don't look swollen. You talk like a sailor. Somebody's texting me. No, my lips don't look swollen. My lips look, they're lined. So is your, a Pink has short hair too. No, I line my lips. I can wipe this off. So it doesn't matter if they look swollen or not look swollen. I can fucking wipe it off. So there's that. I draw my lip liner out here and then I do it. So, but I can take it off, you know. Does it matter really? Do y'all care? Oh, my short blonde hair, she's been blonde. There you go. I never seen her gray. Exactly. This, I like my lips full, but I also don't wear makeup like when I'm around family. I know, right? Your lips look swollen. See, if you do that, you can put it over your lips. But I mean, I still can't help how my face looks. Like you can inject your lips all you want. They're not going to look like my lips because I don't inject my lips. So, but I do line them. I've showed you that, right? I showed you guys how to do that. You line on the outside of your lip and up here. and up here, and then you take 3 or 4 colors and you blend it in. You take your lip pencil and you put it in the middle, you put it down there, you put it down the 2 little bows parts, and then you get a little brush and you smush it in, and then it looks real. And if you put your foundation over your lips first, you can really do that. You see what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people don't like makeup. I know I do it constantly. Your lips look swollen. Your face looks fucking ugly. Put your face out here, bitch. Put your fucking face forward. Most people I meet in public that like to critique don't have anything about them that should be critiquing anybody else. And you shouldn't critique even if you have something about you like that. No, I've showed you guys. I know trolls are so weird. Anyway, I like to do this. It's like when you put your cat eyes on. Obviously, your eyes aren't fucking cat eyes. What do they call those? Smoky eyes? You know the tutorials with the smoke? I can't really do that because I tend to see blush right there. I don't do it out too much because this skin's going down. So I tend to do out there and then brush it up that way. So it goes up like this rather than out because it tends to go down. So, I know, right? That's, oh my God, it's weird. Anyway, I need makeup. Yeah. Well, nobody needs makeup. You can, I know they have their no confidence. Nobody needs makeup. You don't need makeup. I do facial acupuncture. Absolutely. I do facial acupuncture. I do acupuncture for hormones. I do acupuncture for hormones all up and down my legs. Did you ever want a daughter? No, I didn't. But I love my granddaughter and I love Paige and I love Kenna. So they're like my daughters. My boys brought me daughters. I think acupuncture works. 100% works. You're not, I am, except for my boobs. I'm not going to lie. I got a boob job. Everybody knows this. Anyway, yeah, I know. Like, even if you think my lips look fucked up, why are you telling me? You don't think I can see in the mirror? Amy Winehouse, that's a good person. Amy Winehouse literally put her makeup on the way she did. She drew her eyes all the way out here. Remember her black eyes like a pinup girl? Well, nobody thought her fucking eyes looked like that. Like, duh, it's a lip liner. Oh, take that off. You're fucking your eyes. She can wash it off at night. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Come on, dumb fuck. Yeah, I don't pay too much for mine. I do, but I pay I did acupuncture for grief. Oh, Cynthia, I'm sorry about your daughter. Yeah, I was doing acupuncture at the time that Keith died because I was already in there doing it. So I continued to do it. Definitely shifts your energy for sure. Yeah, if you have to go somewhere. When I'm home on the weekend, my kids, my granddaughter, everybody sees me around. Like, you see me around town. I'm just wearing a hat and no makeup. I do cover my face with a hat though, because I don't know that I'm comfortable going out completely naked without makeup on. So if I have to be in a hurry, I throw a baseball cap on. I feel better. Yeah, mascara is a hard one because it at the end of the day, I find it just itches my eyes. So Amy was 27. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Francis. I think that says Francis there. You just disappeared. Yeah, the 27 club. But I do get recognized sometimes. Yeah, I do get recognized, not hugely, but like John's always like, oh God, here we go. Like that. Sometimes I do. Yeah, there's very nice people. Sometimes they run up to me in Costco or whatever and they're like, I just want to tell you I'm a fan, and it's so lovely because I'm like, who are they talking to? Who are they talking to? I have that mascara, but it still bugs my eyes. I'm like, who's what? And so yeah, it's really nice. Women can look great throughout their whole life if they don't listen to society telling them that they're garbage. And literally, I've always had a problem with things like the Lancome is good. I like that. Macular, so no eye makeup. Aw, yeah. I would recognize me. Keep the short. Okay, keep the short. I don't know. Wait, what that means. what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Oh my God, I forgot what I was gonna say. I've always worn waterproof. Yeah, it never runs. I know it's hard. It's hard, but women can look good at any age. The first thing is to smile. That is your first weapon against aging. Just smile. Everywhere you go, smile. Smile. Be polite to people. Talk to people nicely like they matter. Look them in the eyes. Take the time to say to somebody, I really like I know you do, Deborah. Say to them, I really, like your hair, your makeup, your clothes, your daughter's sweet, your son is sweet, whatever. Talk to them, because a lot of times it's strangers in other people's lives that are really going to help them. So do that. You'd go crazy. I'd be like, can I help you? That's what Jason used to say when people would come up to him. He'd stare right at them if they were looking at him, and he'd say, can I help you? Can I help you? And I'm like, oh, here he goes. Yeah, sunglasses are my go-to on my head. I feel much more comfortable. When I put on a baseball cap and sunglasses, I feel fantastic. So having a picture of Jason, oh, Bobby, I didn't get it pulled. He told me to try to get a root canal because he didn't want to pull it on me because I didn't want to pull it. And I got root canals on the other one. And then he said it would throw this tooth off on that, the way my jaw goes. Wait, Sloan, I live in constant fear or my parents. How can I stop this? Okay. So that's a good question. Constant fear of losing your parents. Okay. So I'm stretching. All right. So we all die, right? Yeah, John is yes, because we're divorced. He has no control over me anymore. None. If I don't want to talk to him, I'm like, you don't own me. I know it's still in there though, Bobby. It's still there. And I got one more antibiotic and that's it. So there. But to answer your question about your parents are already older than you, and that's kind of the, no, you can dye your hair in a retrograde. Yes, to include, exactly. That's why I don't want to fucking take out my tooth. I keep talking to people like this. And then they won't put like a implant back there. And I'm like, oh my God. No, he did, Margaret, have control over me because I thought I would lose my children. So when he did, I was much younger and he did, but he doesn't now. So there. But I broke out in hives. Yes, I'm on the amoxicillin. Anyway, how you get over the fear, the only thing I can tell you, I don't know how to tell you to get out of the fear. If your mom's dying, go tell her what you want to tell her and be there for her, and visually watch her pass so that you can experience that experience. No, I haven't done a reading on that yet. No, I have not. So the only way to get over it is to understand we all die and not to live in the future, because your parents are not dead right now. I meant my parents and my kids. Sorry, but thank you. Okay. The thing is, why would you live where you're not living? So don't even think about that because you're not there. If everybody's still alive today, you only have this minute. We could all drop dead. We could walk out the door and they could bomb the street, right? So yeah, exactly, Cheryl. Exactly. So the way that you root canal and crown, I will be fine. Just tell people you love them, hang out with who you want to hang out, and just live in the moment. Nobody's dead right now. So that's it. Nobody is dead right now. That's it. So don't worry about it. And if somebody dies, you'll handle it when they died. You'll do what we all do. We all handle it. I mean, don't we? We all handle it. So that's the only, what else can you do? There is no way around it. There's no way around it. And to worry about it is like worrying about aliens breaking into your house and stealing your food. Yeah, it may happen, but it's not happening right now. So why would you put your mindset to that, like that right now? Like worrying, what if I get cancer? What if I get cancer? Why would you say that? Like, I hear people all the time, they call me, they're like, I'm afraid I'm going to end up homeless. I'm like, have you ever been homeless? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, why are you thinking that way? Like, why are you suddenly going to end up homeless? Like, why are you doing that? So focus on what is right in front of you right now. Yeah, don't borrow trouble. That's a good one. Focus on what is in front of you, because you cannot go in the past and you cannot go in the future. They don't exist. So that's it. That's 100 and whatever. Oh my God. Good for you. That's it. That's all you can do. Yes, it is a very common fear, but I'm saying to you, why would you live a fear that you haven't experienced? So I have experienced the death of a son, and I'm telling you, why would you want to think that way? Don't think that way. And I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a secret. It's not really a secret, but after Keith died, Jason was still riding his motorcycle. And as I said, Jason ended up in the hospital the 12 hours after Keith, after this old lady in a mask ran him over and his foot and all of that. So every time in every event that I went to in pertaining to Keith, Jason would pull up on his motorcycle and I would literally have panic inside of myself like nobody's business, because Jason was perhaps like maybe he was drinking, maybe he's smoking weed, and I'm like, he's on a fucking motorcycle. His brother just died. I couldn't handle the motorcycle, right? I couldn't handle that. So the fear that I had was that Jason would die right after Keith. Tremendous fear. Every time he pulled up, the way that he drove in, sped in and parked, and I just would be like, I'd be standing there and just walking across the street with 4 lanes of highway traffic and watching him just walk willy-nilly across the street with his fucking crutches on, all of that. So good Kung Fu Panda. Thank you for that. Don't. So I had all these fears. You know what I had to do? I would look at my son, obviously, and tell him I love you. But I literally would have to say, if God's going to take him, he's going to take him, because I could not. Yes, Jason got run over right after Keith, and baby Jack broke his leg, and Lucas broke his leg in 3 spots, all of them that next day within 24 hours. But anyway, my point was the fear of my second son dying on a motorcycle. Every time he pulled up, every time he smoked weed and got on that thing, every fucking time I was like, God damn it, stop it. I couldn't watch him. If I saw him on the road at the same time as me, I had to turn my head, not acknowledge him, because I could not watch him. But I had to finally say, you know what? If God's going to take him, I can't do shit. Bitch, you can do nothing. So, bitch, you just better tell the kid you love him when you see him. And that's what I did. That's it. That's all I could do. So that was a problem. That was a problem. So, yeah. But I just stopped. I literally just stopped thinking about it. I was like, 1 dead kid, 2 dead kids, whatever. And I just went about my day. I'm not joking you. I had to do that. Yeah, it is hard, but you can't. Yeah, sorry, somebody's texting me about Julia. Yeah, I know, right? I know that I had problems. Every time we had a memorial for Keith and they all got drunk and whatever, high, and they did whatever, and they got on their motorcycles, not just Jason, a bunch of them. I literally would just be like, who was saying that? Keith, Keith's death was very violent, absolutely. But anyway, I just, let's see. Yeah, Jason got run over literally 12 hours after Keith. It must have been the next day. And his foot was squished flat like that. And I had to go to urgent care because none of us had insurance, but I just took him there. So it was very strange. He couldn't get the lady off the car. He was trying to hit her car. She didn't fucking see him. Seriously. But see, he's doing perfectly fine right now. He is having a girl. I was so grateful though. I had to learn how to take my emotions, and now I don't feel anything. So no, I'm not strong. You have no choice. You literally have no choice. What are you going to do? Fall apart? No, who's going to help you? Who's going to help your friend? No one cares. That's what I say. So you cannot fall apart. And if everybody dies, then how bad is it? It's very bad when your child dies. It's probably the worst thing that you will ever experience, unless you're a kid whose mother or father dies. Then I think that would be equally. However, there's nothing you can do about it. So what you need to do is tell the people you love them. Because there is no guarantee that anything that you do, no matter how good you live, no matter what you do, there's absolutely no guarantee that somebody isn't going to die. You can be the best person you want. You can be the most cautious mother. You can lock your kid in the house. You can do whatever you want. That's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop someone from dying. They will die if that's their thing. That's right. So the only way I could change my mind, I had to continue planning everything for Keith. The funeral, the this, the that. I had to pray to God every night that Jason wouldn't end up the same way on his motorcycle, somebody running into him. And then I just went about my life. I texted him happy. I said, I love you. Drive careful, which I would say to you, to anybody. And that's what you do. But you can't get all bent out of shape about it and worry about it, because it will happen one day. Everybody is, yes, astrology definitely indicates someone's death. When people die, it's going to happen. So no one told you or me that you have the right to have your kids your whole life. You don't. That's a made up, man-made perception that we have the right to die before our children. I've always said that, and there's many a parent, many a parent that I run into, y'all on here, all on here, that have kids that have passed, and you're all young parents, like you're maybe now 50, maybe now 60, but your kids passed. All of you who I've met since my Keithy passed, who've lost their children. And it's not lost. Their children have crossed dimensions. They don't explain death correctly. Death is not what they tell us. So we are basically crossing dimensions is what it is, okay? No, Nola girl, let your boy join the Air Force. Let him do what he needs to do. Don't hold him back. Timmins, Ontario. That's so cool. I went to private school with a girl from Timmins. Yes, but it's Dublin. It's not death. They tell us it's death. It's transition. It's not death. The way that they, the way that they tell us, the way that they describe it makes their yes, it's death of the physical body. This physical body doesn't mean you're not going to have another physical body. It's death of this physical body. The reason that they teach that death is so final and that you're not going to move on is because they can't move on. I'm talking about the beast system members, because they've already given up their ability by basically staying here. Now, I was watching a thing on TikTok, and I want to watch the movie. Not death, but graduation. Wait, I'm scared. Sloan, I get sick. It is scary because it's unknown. So give your fear to God to handle, and you focus on things. I'm sorry, Virginia. Yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. I can't even understand what happened to my Keithy. So I can't even understand why Jimmy's not here. I'm telling you that. I don't even understand. Like, what? I don't get it. My best friend should be here. He was 18. I was 17, whatever, 16, 17. Anyway, he's 18. He'd be like almost 60 if he'd have lived. He died at 18 on a motorcycle. So yes, death is a transition. I 100% believe that. 100% believe it. It's not the way they describe it to you. The reason that death is described as like this awful thing, and this, your loved one, you need to buy a casket, you need to buy this, you need to buy that. Do you think the dead person gives a flying fuck about the casket? Because they do not. They do not. You do what you do to heal the people around you and yourself. And there's certain things to send the person. Yes, we're definitely living in some kind of simulation. I don't know what kind it is. Oh, Cynthia, I'm so sorry. Can you get the police record? Can you petition to get the other information? I know how difficult that is. Funerals are for the living, but you honor your person because they're literally transitioned into a different dimension. And if you don't know how your child died, here's what I suggest, because Bobby knows this, because Bobby was with me since Keith died. Bobby has been by my side, so has Lucas, her husband. Bobby in particular, Deanna for sure. But the information that was given to me on the day my child died versus what I was told by other people versus what I was told by witnesses versus witnesses making up shit versus other witnesses for no fucking reason, okay? Other than everybody's a mental case on this, my best friend did die. to get the information, I think I'm talking to you, Cynthia. I don't know what happened to your daughter, but when your daughter passed, there will be a police report somewhere. Access the police report. And I'm actually going to have to write this down because I don't think people know. I got this from Stacy. Yeah, well, Bobby, you were by my side. Bobby came on the FaceTime. Remember, we went up and down the street on the FaceTime? And Bobby was like, telling me what to do to ask the people. Like, she came with me she did everything for me. Everything. I would not know. We're getting the final pieces of the information. But here's what you do, Cynthia. First, you get the police department, whatever city you're in. You write a formal letter to, there should be a records department. There should also be paramedics and 911. Try to access it yourself, okay? Try to access it yourself. If you can't access it yourself, your city police department, so if it's the Chicago PD, LA PD, New York PD, whatever it is, your specific police department, you can access the discovery unit for the records. You will need to subpoena them. In order to subpoena them, you will need, I'm going to say, a lawyer. You might even have to file a lawsuit. And then you're going to have to read through that information. You can get coroner's reports, but be proactive in it. Don't step to the side. And if something doesn't feel right to you, question it. I don't care what authorities say. They are only told what they're told by the people that are wherever. Bobby knows this because Bobby talked to every single witness on behalf of our family, every single witness. She found every single witness. And the stories that we heard and the conflicting information, even from the police department, was outrageous. And there was no need. It's not a high profile case, nothing like that. So there's no, and I remember you, that's so bad. I hate when a motorcycle does this. Yeah, at least I can't even answer that. So I feel like, Cynthia, with your daughter, start asking questions. If there were friends around her, ask those friends point blank. Keep asking those friends. I had people that would tell me what, because they're scared to tell the mom. They don't want to tell the mom. Fuck you, I don't care. I just want to know my child. So you just literally have to ask people. This is year 3 in July, and I am just now, I've not received yet, but just now, as in the last month, filed the last subpoena to the discovery unit to get information. This is year 3. You cannot stop. You have to track everybody down and ask them. You have a right to know. Ask. Somebody will tell you the truth. And in their conflicting stories, you'll begin to see how it works and you will hear the truth. So that's what you want to do. Don't put your head in the sand. For your daughter, find out what happened, even if it's not what you want to hear. Because a lot of shit about our kids is not what the fuck we want to hear, okay? It's not. I have my son's social media. Half that shit I didn't want to see, okay? Including like the naked selfies, all right, that these kids take. Kids, stop taking naked selfies because you could die and your mom might have to see them. Like that, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of BS. I had to file a police. You knock on every door. I'm telling you, Bobby taught me that. And believe me, this is year 3. Like I literally called her last week and said they are going to give me the body cams, the 911 calls that missing. We did get information. Like Bobby told me how to get it. Stacy, the homicide detective friend of ours, our family, told me, you're going to fight these people. She's LAPD homicide. She fights them, okay? She said it's going to be difficult for you. You may have to invest $2,500 to file a lawsuit. Don't serve it, file it so that you can get the information you need. Because in the process of a lawsuit, you're entitled to all of that information. I know it sounds weird, but it depends on if you want it or if you... ours was a hang cover up by LAP. Yes, exactly. I mean, Stacy gave me every ounce of information that she could help me with. This is your case number. This is what this report means, because the police tried to tell me one thing over here. And then Stacy said, no, I checked it out. This is what this is. So you need to ask me, how many people on here help me? Bobby, there was Elizabeth and her husband Eric that went out and measured everything, and we're now finally seriously. I had people who work for coroners come out and help me. They didn't know me. If you start asking people to like for information, there are people that will give you information, and they may feel scared to give you information. They may not know it. So it's just really interesting. You just have to do it. And sometimes that's what you have to do. So don't say you don't know what happened to her. Get what happened to her, and you will find out. I promise you, Cynthia. You will find out. No, not necessarily 8th house transits when you die. Mine was 11th, 5th. And by declination. So you will, yeah, no, you have to. I'm telling you. Bobby, literally, we interviewed a guy. Remember that guy, Bobby? Bobby, do you remember that guy? The guy that was he wanted me to go hiking with him. He was going to kill me, the guy. So Bobby was on the FaceTime. So I'd walk up and down that street with her on the FaceTime telling me, go knock on that door, ask this question, say this. And she could hear what they were saying at the same time. She taught me everything. It was very, very interesting. Treat your loved one's death like you have a right to know. Honest to God. She did it. Deanna came with me. Paige came with me. Because Paige knows motorcycle talk. Because she's a motorcycle rider. Her family are stunt riders. So she knows, oh no. What happened? Come back here with whoever's daughter just passed. Stop here. My daughter passed September. Can she show us orbs, or is she too early? Oh, she can show you orbs the second she passes, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. I just can't. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier. It doesn't. It does not get easier. But I found people. So when I couldn't understand things, and I'm going to tell you another thing, and you heard it here first. Here's the thing. When you're talking to these people, okay, so I'm recording on my cell phone, and I have an old cell phone here. This is like a 10. I think this is a 10 iPhone. I have a newer one over here. I do my recordings over here. Anybody I talk to, I'm wearing black because I was at the dentist. Anybody I talk to in reference to Keith's passing or anything like that, I'm going to record them on here. Record it. Now, when I didn't have a recorder, Arlene and Deanna, I have two friends. I mean, I'm more than two friends, but I mean, Arlene was at the police thing. She wrote down everything that they said around me because I didn't even know where his motorcycle went. I'm like, what did they say? She wrote it down so I would know where to get shit. Brilliant. Deanna wrote down whatever I couldn't understand. So have somebody with you, have them on the phone, record. Yes, I know it's illegal depending on your state. You're going to record for your own information. You don't have to go putting it online and it's nobody's business. And they lie. Oh my God, Dublin, do they fucking lie? Do they fucking lie? Bobby and I were just talking about that because we had one guy tell us one thing about a car color and this car when it was really that. And they do. People are fucking bizarre. Yes, you do it. Deanna came with me. As I said, Paige went to one of the witnesses who said he saw what the bike was doing, and she questioned him with her information understanding about bikes. And then Paige's dad came and looked at Keith's bike so that because that's what he does. So I found anybody and everybody that would help me. Just anybody. I didn't care. I'm like, if you offered to help, I'm gonna take you up on that help. So do that. Do that. Oh, always Janet Smith. Yes, always record them. Always do that. Illegal is because they're lying. Yeah, I know. You know what I call they call you when you're on the phone, and I'm like, they're like, this phone call is being recorded for quality control. So I say I'm recording for quality control, and they're like, we don't want to be recorded. Bunch of bitches. My son died, and I still get many. I'm so glad you do, and I'm so sorry. Isn't it crazy that it's illegal, but the government? Yeah, exactly. So I record. I'm warning you. I record everything. Know that when you talk to me. I record everything. There's nothing I'm not fucking recording, okay? I have learned that. You're not going to say I said this, and you're not going to say I said that. I'm going to fucking record. I don't care if it's illegal. If it's illegal, take me to court, file a lawsuit for $1,000, and sue my ass. Otherwise, shut the bleeping fuck up. I'm recording. And it's a good thing because I have people, anytime any of the witnesses called, I put record here. I put this phone on speakerphone. I'd be driving, looking for witnesses with two phones in one hand and my hand on the steering wheel, recording conversations, period. So I'm going to write a blog on how to access it, at least from Los Angeles, because I learned so much from everybody that helped me. Stacy, Bobby, I mean, everybody. There's so many things that we don't know and that we just let go. There's so many things. And by the way, what they write on a report doesn't necessarily make it true, because again, they wrote on the coroner's report that my son was 5'9". My son was not 5'9". He was 6'4". And everybody knows that. So, and they wrote that he had brown eyes. Blue-green, and they were blue-green when he died because I saw his eye color while he was on the ground dead. They were nothing about his eyes was brown. Nothing. Not when he died. Even George described the eyes. So remember that. Just because you read it does not mean that those people did that accurately, okay? That just doesn't mean that, right? Yes, Bobby, I mean, even where Keith's bike landed and where they moved it, we have pictures of Keith being here and then the bike being there and his body being turned. We literally have pictures, all kinds of different fucking pictures. You know what I'm saying? Different weird pictures of different shit. And they're like, you know, they did the best they could, I guess. I don't know who moved what. And then we have pictures where this is on the ground and then the next picture it's missing. So they touch and move stuff just because they fucking can, okay? And understand? Yes, literally. They did not draw the physical location of his body correctly. Abso-fucking-lutely. Crash report that I felt I woke up that. Yeah, see, I know. I've had police reports where they wrote that I was drunk. I do not, okay, Tracy, the sheriff won't give me the pictures. Here's the thing. You have to go to the discovery unit. He was so handsome, my Keithy. Really a beautiful boy. You have to go to the discovery unit at your city. So whatever discovery, like mine is LAPD discovery because I'm in Los Angeles. So if they won't give you the pictures because they say they own it, here's what you do. You have to file, I don't drink, I know. So when they say I was drunk, it was with my neighbor, the fat bitch that, and she's so stupid, old neighbor. Anyway, I was just like, I'm not drunk. They're like, she called and she was drunk. I don't drink. Like, see, so they'll put their own assumption because it's funny for them to do that. Just to fuck with you, just because they don't like you, just because someone who looked like you wouldn't fuck them, just because you look like their mother, their sister, their cousin, who knows? But here's the thing, you get the LAP, it's a subpoena. Where am I subpoena? I have my court papers somewhere around here. It's a subpoena, and you have to fill it. Alcohol is retro, exactly. You have to fill the subpoena out. You need a stamp from the court. You have to educate yourself on that. So you have to phone your discovery unit and find out. Sometimes you can get away with just hiring a lawyer to fill out the paperwork. Well, I filled out the paperwork and I just asked my lawyer, can you receive this information for me? My divorce lawyer, and he was able to accommodate that for me because I tried 3 other ways and 2 other ways and it wouldn't work. I also did file a lawsuit, okay? So that cost me, what was $3,000 to file. So I filed the lawsuit so that I could access this stamp coming from the court. Exactly. That's exactly. You need a stamp from the court. I also filed a lawsuit so that I can explain why I'm using the information and give a date when I need the information found. Or by, because understand there's many different departments in any death. There's coroners, there's first responders, there's 911, paramedics. Now, the fire department handed all over their records to me. Bobby showed me how to fill out that paperwork. And I went and did it at Kinko's, and legal aid could help. Legal aid could help. I'm wondering if I have that paperwork here. I don't know where I have it. I had the paperwork. Anyway, it's just like 3 pages. Now, who helped me was Stacy. She sent me a subpoena and crossed out the people's name and said, this is what you need to do there, and put Keith's name here, put my name here. And then I just amended on a piece of paper. So I took a plain sheet of paper and I wrote out a Word document of all the information I wanted. You have to know your case number. Now, you can get that from the police department. You can call anybody and try everything that you need to try to do it. But the sheriff's department probably is not going to give you the records right off the base because they own it. The coroner won't give you those papers either. Usually they're private. Sometimes they're not. Oh, my foster son was shown because it's hard to see it. Sign a non-disclosure. See? You see what they do with their fucking papers? Do you see? Yeah, I know. I know. I wasn't allowed near Keith on the scene. Not at all. I wasn't allowed. And here's another thing that Stacy told me. So Keith's motorcycle, it does depend on what fire department, correct. But then there was 2 minutes and 50 seconds missing on the first 911 call. It disappeared or it wasn't on the thing. That's what I'm subpoenaing. I want to know what the first person who called 911 said. Then I want to see the body cam footage. That's just, if they have it, that's what I want to see. Because I'm missing a license plate on a car. I need to find what I need to find. The other element of it is, a lot of times, for example, the coroner's department, they consider that they own you. Once your loved one is on the street, shot, murdered, run over, bike accident, whatever. Yeah, Bobby painted that. Yes. Yeah, that's me and Keith over there. So there's a whole procedure, but I don't want you to give up. This is year 3. I'm the bitch that was so tired. I crawled out of the cremation place with my son's ashes trying to get information. Literally trying to get fucking information. Could hardly stay awake because all I wanted to do was crawl in the back of my car and just fucking die with his shit, his ashes, all 4 big things of it. And I just kept going, and just kept going. So it's been, yeah, okay, Tracy, it's just a year. So this is 1 year, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So this is 1 year. Don't give up. This is year 3 for me. On the 29th of July, it will be year 3. Nothing is easy. Nothing. Yeah, you can access the cameras on the street. That's the transit department of any city, okay? That's the transit department. So California Transit. Now, here's what they told us. Oh, I'm sorry. The tape was erased over because it's on a 24-hour loop. So you actually have to know your city. They just put the film out there, and if somebody doesn't go access it right away, no, don't give up. Don't give up, Tracy. Get your information. The cameras were the drug guy. They hit it. Exactly. There's all kinds of fucking people that got their own problems. And so you have to stand in front of them and just say, whatever your fucking problem is, I'm going to get this information, and you will start to see it. It's actually been quite interesting. I've put so many pieces together that I didn't have, and crazy shit. So, yeah, let's see, told us that Keithy's body. Yeah, they told me Keithy's body belonged to the city of Los Angeles. Yes. And they gave me at the crematorium a round dog tag with his number on it. He's just a number. He's just a fucking number. So I'm going to make it into a beautiful necklace for Jason and make it a number that means something. It's Keith's number. So it's interesting. It's erased in 24 hours. At least it was where I was. Yes, that's what they fucking told me. And it was weird. It was so weird. Yeah, I'm talking about DeSoto. Yeah, Keith died on DeSoto. That's where he died, just up from San Jose going towards Chatsworth. My son landed on the ground there and died. Let's see, a witness ran in and made us a copy from his work. Cops were, see? Good for the witness. There are good witnesses. And the cops want all the control, which I guess is okay. But here's my priority as the mother of a child that died in an accident, or whatever it was. Aw, your brother on July 26th. It's very hard, Virginia. It's very hard. It's so hard. For siblings, it's hard. For parents, it's hard. Just hard for everybody. They said they own the body. I was not allowed. Jason and I did the same thing. We ran for the body. As I said, Kenneth stepped out of the car and collapsed. I ran for my son's body. That's my instinct, is to pick my child up, to watch my child, to touch my child, to go and sing to him on the street, to talk to him, to just be there. Jason did the same fucking thing. Nope, can't go near it. Now, here's what I did learn. So Keith's bike was an accident, right? It will be a year for my daughter on August. I'm sorry, that first year is just fucking ridiculous. I was so broken, I don't even know how I got through it. I slept upside down. I slept on the floor. I slept just everywhere. I wasn't really right. What Stacy told me, and Stacy is a homicide detective and a friend of our family, and let's see, she died inside me and never, aw, that's terrible. That's also extremely devastating. Extremely devastating. No parent should lose a child. It has a lot of interesting filmmaking going on. Yes, there could be in Chatsworth. There's all kinds of things. But I want to get this out of my head before I forget it. So Keith's accident, as they called it, okay, so they didn't say it was murder. They didn't say it was deliberate on that day. But they still impounded his bike. So they chose to take his bike to the impound for LAPD to cost our family, I think it was like $500, $600, $700, $800. I can't remember because there was fees in one space. So the bike was in there. I had to go back to the police station to get a paper release from the police station to get the bike back. That put a financial burden on our family, right? So if it's not a murder investigation and they're not going to investigate the car, the bike, whatever the vehicle is, the truck, the whatever, you have a right to tow it yourself, like with your AAA, or have them, if they're going to tow it, and take it to your house. Now, AAA said to me when I tried to call them to tow it from the LAPD storage, and the little fucking bitch in the storage, that Ross Baker tow cunt that fucking said to our family, she's like, I can't release the bike to you, this bitch says. After I just left the police station, and the officer said, I've emailed them, they have the release to you or to Jason. That's what they said. So I'm the mom and Jason can go get the bike too. This little bitch, she's such a little bitch. I go in there and she looks and she's like, no, I don't see it. So you know what I did? Pulled out my cell phone, put it on speakerphone, called the officer and said, hi, did you send that thing to the tow thing? And he said, yes, I did. You need to ask for whatever this bitch's name was. And she on speakerphone. So then I put her on. I literally put the phone over there. And this is what I do. If you're going to lie to me, you're going to be on my speakerphone and I'm going to challenge you. So I said to her, are you telling me? Are you fucking telling me? Are you telling me he didn't send it? She goes, oh, I'm sorry. It's right here. Because I would have left and they would have got another day's storage for a couple of $100. You get what I'm saying? So you have to make sure, don't listen to them because they want you gone. Go. They want you gone. Just because they tell you it's true, get it in writing, get an email, snap a picture with your phone, record it, write it down in a book with the date and time, have them sign it because I had to pay that extra money. Oh, I called her out. I just said, you fucking fat bitch. I'm sorry. I just said it. I literally said that. Because don't fucking lie. I just left the precinct and drove over here. Stop wasting my time. Because now you're wasting my time. And you apparently are collecting my money. So whatever. Anyway, so I called AAA. Here's another thing you didn't know. So I had AAA. I never used AAA. Except like if Jason needs it. So then, oh no, Jason had AAA for motorcycles. So I called, it wasn't me. He had the one for motorcycles. So I called Jason with AAA for motorcycles. And usually they don't tow it if it's not running. But because it was in the investigation thing, and it shouldn't have been, they did tow it. So that was a one-time tow from the AAA with the motorcycle thing. But they don't usually tow motorcycles that do not drive, okay? So if you're in an accident on the freeway and your motorcycle doesn't drive, they're not just picking it up. Like, that's going to cost you extra. These are all things I found out. And a tow is probably $200, even to go like 10 miles, okay? Just so you know, because they did it twice. Because a shout out to Jason's Honda, but they've left, up in Sunland. He kept Keith's bike for me for 2 years so that I could keep the bike there and keep it ready for court so no one would come and get it. So I was very lucky. Yeah, I need to do it because it's pictures, documents, snap their faces, snap their IDs, say, I'm take a picture of that. They don't fucking like it, but they do it to you. You do it to them. Yeah, they don't like it. Insure probably covers like AA. Exactly. You can try any way to do it. They did send the bike out through Jason. I had him call and pick the bike up, but I was there waiting for it. And I have that video up there. I put the video, and the bike is completely destroyed. Document everything. Record everything. They don't have to know you're recording. I have my phone in my hand and my other phone here. This phone that I carry in my purse, that I carry in my pocket, that I carry everywhere. I have 2 phones. You're not talking to me without me fucking recording you. Please stop riding your motorcycle. I'm sorry to say that. Be careful of the people around you. Yeah, I recorded them too, Tracy. I recorded them too. They lie. They lie. I just sent a letter, which I have to email this cop tonight. I just sent a letter to the Valley Traffic Department and Officer Lisenby and another officer, the captain. I don't know the captain. Officer Lisenby was the one that wrote on the coroner's report that my son was doing 100 miles an hour, which he wasn't, because Bobby knows this. We have the tape of him going through the intersection. He was not going 40, but he was up with he was 11 miles over the speed limit when we slowed the tape down. And Stacy, another LAP officer, did that. So I wrote an email. I sent a registered letter, and I said, can you tell me why you would arbitrarily put the number of 100 miles an hour when witness number 1 said Keith was doing 40 by the time he got to his house, which was just before the accident. So why are you causing me chaos by lying about the speed, because you write that you didn't get there till after? So who is giving your fucking information? Like, what are you saying? So I actually am calling them out on that. I did get a call back. And the officer said, is there anything I can help you with? I wasn't able to answer because that's when I was sick in my tooth. So I have to do that. But I'm not asking you to help me. I'm asking for a direct fucking answer. So that's the next letter. Give me a direct answer. Don't be embarrassed of being a bitch. Don't do it. And they're going to call you crazy. No, it's not true. It's literally not true. I have him on tape. I have him going through the intersection. He's going to, Bobby knows. They slowed the tape down. He's going with the traffic. He is speeding. It's 40 miles. And that's the first thing Stacy said to me. You're going to be mad. He's doing 11 miles, about approximately, he wasn't going over 60. So the speed limit was 40. He was going about 55 to 58 is what she figured on there, which is still fast, which is still fucking fast, but it isn't 100. 100 makes your child seem that they're at fucking fault for what happened. And that's not what's going on. So they arbitrarily write shit. They told me my son did a wheelie. He didn't do a wheelie. He hit a mailbox that ripped his leg off, and he didn't let go of the handlebars, and the bike flew up in the air. That's not doing a fucking wheelie. So it's just bizarre what people say, and why the police think, not all of them, police are confused about I know, it's like, you can't just arbitrarily say 100 miles an hour. I have a huge problem. I have a huge problem with that. What the fuck are you saying? Who gave you the authority to speak that? Where is that information coming from? If you can prove it to me, if you can fucking prove it, I know. He did not do wheelies, number 1. Number 2, I have him on video crossing the intersection with the tape that was slowed down And I know because Stacy, who was an LAPD homicide, told me how fast he was going. She got the information for me. 100 miles an hour, that's a 40-mile differential. And the witness said that Keith crossed the intersection and slowed down to approximately 40 miles an hour because something was in front of him. I mean, yes, exactly, Peter. So it's very interesting. And I'm putting this all out there, but understand, to all your mothers who have lost a child, check that shit. Check that out. No, you can't trust them. They're the authorities. You can't trust them. Yes, a car came out and a car blocked. So there were 2 cars involved. They just, and here's the thing, the car, I have the car on tape that pulled out in front of Keith from the side. Keith was in the 3rd lane, so towards oncoming traffic of 6 lanes. There's 6 lanes here. 3 lanes and 3 lanes going each way. Keith is here. There's a car that comes into Keith's lane, so lane 3. Keith sees the car and moves into the middle lane. He's still got a lane here and still got a lane here. This car stops. Keith goes around it. He's perfectly fine. He's upright. He's riding. I have that fucking tape, okay? Then he's off the road. 2 seconds later, he's off the road because there's something coming out of one of those 3 houses from that intersection. That car, one of the other witnesses, I shouldn't even be saying, I don't even care. One of the other witnesses told us that that car stopped to talk to the police. I have no evidence of that. That is why I have to get all the other evidence, because that car would have seen what happened because it went right behind him. Because it stopped, because it ran almost into him, like pulled into his lane, stopped, he went by, it pulled right out. Where are those fucking people? Where the fuck are those people? Oh, why aren't they there? Why aren't they saying something? I know what I know, but I cannot see. I was young. Oh, God. I just can't. I know it's terrible. So yeah, and then there was a truck, yes, in the street, the car, and there was another truck that pulled. I kind of know what happened. And by the way, we had witnesses on Citizens app, and Bobby knows this. We had witnesses on Citizens app that commented while Keith was dying, on the road dying, and while Keith was accident on, talking about how the mailbox exploded, that this happened, this and that happened. When you go to ask those people, they deny fucking saying it. They don't want to because sometimes they're illegal. Sometimes it's somebody in their employment that caused the problem. Sometimes it's their husband or spouse. So they're not going to fucking tell you that. And they just call you crazy. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, and almost killed Jesus. Yeah. Yes, the halfway house and the white van. You are very correct. Halfway house is where the white van came out of. I have the video of that van in front of Keith, so it pulled out in front. I have the car that pulled out this way. I don't have what's in the middle, so I need to see what I need to see to put it together in my head. Even if it were Keith's fault, I have a right to see what happened. So remember that, mothers and fathers. You have a right to know what happened, and the information is there, whether you think it is or not. They write it in paperwork. Let me tell you this. So I asked about the information. Yeah, deadly mistakes of other people. Bobby's so right about that. My brother is a gentleman. And no, exactly. He's excellent. Yeah. No, I bet he is. My friend Stacy, LAPD, and God bless her. She is amazing. She doesn't do shit like that. She fights for everybody that she needs to fight for, and she helps everybody. So it's interesting. No, you have a right. Yeah, as a parent, you have a right, and the information may not be overtly in front of you. And a lot of people in my family said, I don't want to hear it. I can't deal with it. As a parent, it is your job to deal with what happens to your child. You have the great honor of dealing with your child after their passing to help put those pieces together. That's a huge honor for you as a parent. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing your child passed, but you have the God-given responsibility to tie up the loose ends for your child, your son, your daughter. I know, the liar about the red car. I know, right? But I mean, just fucking weird. You have that. It's an honor to have that. Your child passed, and no, you know what? It I wasn't strong. It's just what a mother does. It's just what a mother does. It's what a father does. It's what all these parents do that you see on TV for these missing kids, or kids that are murdered by one spouse and not the other. It's what every single one of those people do when they go into court and they seem so strong and you're like, what the fuck? They have to do it. They have to clear up for their child what happened. They have to clear it up. If you look at it, the guy murdered my son July 13th. Oh my gosh, Nula, I don't know if I'm saying that right. 3095. I will pray that your sister's murderer doesn't get out, motherfucker. I will pray for them. Yeah, definitely. No, I'm not upset about anything. I'm just saying, not all mothers do it, but you have the gift of being able to settle your child's life. You brought them in. You have the gift of the end of their story for them since they are not here. That's what I'm saying. That is an honor to be able to do that. To be able to be the person or persons or family as a group. To be able, there you go. Exactly. Except for my friend Stacy. But yeah, you have the information is out there. It's really weird. The information is out there. You just have to know what to ask to do it. And you just have to understand that you have to keep asking questions till you hear something. It's not tangible proof all the time. Sometimes somebody says something and you're like, wait, what? So when I called the discovery unit and I just asked on the progress of when the stuff would be sent, of course, different departments find different information. So sometimes some of that takes longer, right? So I asked about something and the gentleman that's handling it mentioned something to me, and I don't really know what it means exactly, if it's just a word or just whatever. But he said to me, he said it takes a bit longer, and especially to get the murder report. And I'm like, what? And I didn't even ask. I just stuck that and filed it in my head. And he said, well, when someone dies. So I guess there's a whole other way of investigating when someone dies, regardless of how they die. And I guess my abject understanding of that is that it's called a murder report, something I never knew. So you can access a lot of records. So yeah, there was a white, Bobby found the white van with the bug on the side. She really did. Yeah, no, it was very interesting. It was so interesting, but you will hear things from people, especially when you record them, especially a work van. Yeah, there's two different vans. That's what I'm saying. I have to see who the cops talk to. I have to see it. So it's just, I have no idea what it was. I don't know what it was. Because again, one of the witnesses that was behind Keith, it died of a fentanyl overdose. So we have that. Oh, that's cool, MCATs. That's cool. No, I haven't gotten the information yet because they are in the process of gathering it for the subpoena. So sometimes it takes time to do it. I'm pretty sure it'll come by the full moon. We have a full moon. Yeah, some people just lie because, exactly, they're just fucking, yeah, and one of our witnesses died. And one of the witnesses, very interesting, Deanna remembers this. I went to the the halfway house. And there was a guy in a wheelchair that reminded me of the guy, Billy Bob Thornton's character from Sling Blade. I literally walked in this house. This is a day after Keith died. So I'm out there. I'm just like, fuck, what happened? So Deanna is behind me in the driveway, closest to the gate, and I'm going up to knock on the door. And the guy wheels up in a wheelchair, and he's kind of like this, and he looks all weird. And he's talking like Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade, right? And so I said, hi, I'm the mother of the boy that died outside there. And immediately he opened his eyes and he's like, I just got back from the hospital and my nurse was there and she was trying to help your son, but the police wouldn't let her over there. And I saw this, that, and the other. And when I tried to call him, he was moved out of that house immediately. So when I got one call from somebody from a random number and then I never heard from him again. But he saw something and I went back to try to figure it out. But you have to understand, Not everybody is on your side for whatever their reasons. Maybe they're glad that your kid died. And I'm not joking about that. There are people, we talked to a witness that just said whatever they said. It was really weird. Oh God. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, no, it was really interesting. Some people won't help you. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to help. Some people will help you tremendously, like the people in the neighborhood that gave me the camera footage that the police told them not to give them the camera footage. Why are you not fucking giving the mother of the dead person the camera footage? Why wouldn't you do that? Why would you not do that? Like, why are you holding it? You having fun meetings watching the kid die? What are you doing? I mean, it's just so weird. And I don't know what their motivation is. And it could, and don't take it personally. Just go after your information and you will find it. I promise you that. But I'm thinking of writing that blog because I learned so much about what you have to do. My dad died. That could just be the way his body oxidized, honey, when he died. That could just be that. Your dad might have had brown eyes to begin with and they went darker. It could just be that, you know. Oh, thank you. Absolutely, Dublin. I'll take any prayers, obviously. I mean, why would I not? I don't have a problem with it. Ever. Yeah, it's harder to lie if you have videos and statements. Exactly. It is. And for every mother out there, understand also it's really easy if your daughter's a prostitute, a drug addict. This is why I tell my kids, don't do drugs, because they will use it against you. They will not research why you died. They will not try to help you. They will not do anything because they'll just say, oh, she was a prostitute or she was a this, as if there's any relevance in why a person should die like that. Okay. But they will do that. They will do that. Aw, Pixie, thank you. Yeah. Try to remote view. Yes. The alien crashed in LA. I think those are kind of fake at this point, but yeah. If I had the footage, of course you would. There were lovely people in the neighborhood that gave me the footage. Lady across the street, she's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. This is all I have. That's how I know there was a van parked out there. It's every little thing. And don't take any of it personally. And it will be fucking exhausting. You won't know where you're going to get the money from. You won't know how you're going to pay for it. You won't know if the subpoena will work. You will go 55 times to the mother effing courthouse to tell you that you did it wrong. You will talk to people who tell you there's no way they can help you. You will have people question your sanity. You will have people talk to you like you're a freak because you're finding it out, just accept that he's dead or, you know, whatever. And what I say to those people are, well, I hope it doesn't fucking happen to you. Hear me very clearly. I hope it doesn't happen to you because you're going to be the first bitch crying because you think I should just get over it. You should just get over it. And so just don't let them stop. Don't take anything personally. Because it's not personal, it's the way that they choose to live. So there's a whole hierarchy with the information and it's withheld. And by the way, when they pick your child up off the ground, in Los Angeles at least, they want money for your child. So they will send you a bill after your child's death because they came and got him. You pay taxes, but they came and got him. So they want $500 to pick your dead child's body up off the ground. Well, don't come and pick him off the ground. I'll take him home with me and have the coroner, the cremation people come. So yes, they do try to lock you up. Yes, I'm telling you, they call you crazy. I know this because they looked at me like that. And I said, I'm not crazy. I have information and I don't care if you think I am crazy. I'm still going to continue to talk. I'm still going to continue to do it. You can call me, I think, crazy. Is she the crazy fucking psychic? Yes, I am. And I'm still going to find out what I want to find out and laugh all the way to I told you so. So, yeah. Yes, he didn't have a GoPro on at the time. It was random. He was just getting the bike fixed and he went to pick it up. It is despicable when people are murdered. Like I know Jackie, whose daughter Angie was murdered, they think she's crazy. She's not fucking crazy. She's not fucking crazy. She's not crazy at all. It's a dead child. And these people in authority that take taxpayers' money need to understand that. They need to fucking do their jobs right. They need to not do stupid ass shit and tell parents dumb shit. Parents need to have the information. Yeah, no, Target it is. It is real. It's gang stalking and all of that. And what people don't understand about that is sometimes they target people for whatever fucking reason, their religion, their political beliefs, their whatever. And there are people in mainstream society driving their cars, and suddenly they'll just have an urge to fucking fight somebody or run them over or do that. They'll just do that. Oh my God, Anna. Oh my God. Jesus, I don't even know what to say. It's just the authorities have a real problem. They have a real problem. It's just, yeah, so how does it affect our death? And I just couldn't read that quick enough. So I think it's very important that people understand everything that's going on with the authorities. So never trust what's told to you. You can feel it when it's authentic. Yes, Keith does bring information from the other side. He gave it to Deanna and he was 1000% correct. He gave it to Bobby. She wrote it on my Instagram. She wrote down all the shit that she uncovered way later on over here. Crazy shit. Verbatim. Verbatim. Okay, so yeah, they do that. So the information is out there. I don't know, Kim, I haven't asked Jason. Okay, something about triplets, and I just didn't understand that either, people. Yeah, it is, but the information is there. Oh, me straight to me. Oh, Anna, that's so. Wait, Keith walked me straight to Sloan. Oh, that's interesting. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I literally say don't trust them because they wear a badge. Respect them because, like, you're supposed to in society, but literally cover your ass. Cover your ass. Get their information. If they write shit down, snap a pic. May I snap a picture of that? I didn't bring a pen. You know, oh, Jason's products are going well. We are making. So it's very, very interesting. In Canada's worse. It's a socialist country. So in Canada, it would be way worse. You'd have less rights. Yeah, Jason's hurting. Jason's hurting a lot. It's his brother. Yeah, Canada's a socialist country, in my opinion. Don't yell. And yeah, it would be a lot worse. So I think I'm going to have to put that together. Everything I've learned, which isn't much, it's everything you guys taught me. Every single person on here that reached out and said, try this, and went and measured where Keith's bike went off the road and why it looked like it did, etc., etc. Every single person, down to my friend Lori that went out there the next morning and started taking pictures of the mailbox and the skid tracks in it, and Elizabeth and her husband Eric doing the same thing. And other people picking up fragments of the bike, little pieces off the bike, everything. I mean, every single thing. No, Canada's getting rid of all the naturopaths and everything. They're ridiculous. But anyway, everything Bobby said to me, the way that you research, you have to keep asking a question. You have to keep asking questions, and you will find out what happened to your loved one. The information is there. Yeah, the many of us have been here. Yeah, I know exactly. And I don't even know what to say. It's been amazing. So I've actually learned from each and every one of you, because I was put into a situation I didn't even know which end was up, and no mother or father of a dead child, a murdered child, a child that passed of cancer, a child that died in utero, nobody can handle that. Like, you just have to deal with it. There's no way you can handle it. You have to deal with it. So literally, I know it's very weird. I'll know when I see the information. You know when something is true. All of us know when something rings true and when something doesn't ring true. So if you feel it in your gut that your child went a certain way and someone's not telling you something, for God's sakes, for your child, put your own fucking shit aside. I had to go home and cry at night. I got exhausted. I was constantly pulling my car over and sleeping on the side of the street, pulling off the freeway and sleeping, because I literally couldn't handle it. Stillborn is horrific. It's horrific. You expect to take a child home and you don't even get to see that child, not in the way that you would choose to. And I'm so sorry, because I know how hard that is. It's so hard. I'm not quite sure why that happens, except I know the souls have a choice up until they're 4 years old to come in and go out. So, um, yeah, I know I'm an insane person when I'm doing it. But anyway, more my point tonight was to come on here. Wait, do you think Keith's last message to you and someone who films in Chatsworth are related? I have no idea what that means. You'll have to email me because I can't even think right now. Okay, good that you regret it. You would choose not to do it again, but you did the best. Understand, when you're talking about abortions in the 80s, you did the best that you could at the time with the knowledge that you had. So you can't really fight yourself. And I know Keitha is a girl's name. I had a friend I used to run with, Keitha. I tried to talk Kenna into Keitha. That's not happening. It's not happening. Then I was going to get a chicken named Keitha, but I can't do that with the bears. They'll eat the chicken. So Keitha would be upset over here. Keitha the chicken would be upset. Yeah, no, it's the most amazing thing is to learn from all of you how to handle this. It gave me focus. And Keisha, you know, you're right. Keisha, all of them would get eaten by the bear out here. But for every mother who's lost somebody, and I know it's tough, I literally slept in Keith's bed the night he died, completely sober, by the way, listening to a bunch of idiots around me. I mean, not really. Kenna came and sat with me, but there were people drinking and people knocking on the door in the middle of the night, as it happens, okay, as that shit happens. And people saying stuff and people getting mad at me and all kinds of things. And when I slept in his bed with his cat, with Tulip, she was my cat, but his cat really, she bit me when I was in his bed. She actually bent me. Oh, there you go, Keitha. That's cool. Tulip actually bit me, Slona. Some people call me Slona. But I had to wake up that next morning and jump on it. Like immediately, I was like, this doesn't sit right with me. So I woke up at 6 and I went out that door and I just got up and did what you have to do. Sometimes you have to do that to get the information, and you have to put aside, or you have to break down when you can break down and then come back. I would get up at 5 o'clock to find that tape. I drove around for every person who posted on Facebook in Los Angeles, and I looked at their Facebook page and tracked them to their house. I got up at 5 in the morning, sat across the street, and ate my whatever, jelly beans in the morning and coffee so I would stay awake, and stared at them. I put letters in their mailboxes. I phoned them. I looked them up online. I just kept bugging. I phoned lawyers. I phoned anybody that posted anything, and went and watched them and did everything and did all of that until I could find information. This is year 3 and I'm still getting that information. So don't give up. And with missing people, somebody out there knows. Trust me, no one misses off of planet Earth. Oops, poof, they're gone. This isn't Bewitched. This isn't, the baby girl is coming, which is very exciting. This isn't planet Earth. I mean, Bewitched on planet Earth. Somebody knows what happened to your missing kid. People got to get some balls and they got to speak. So you just got to push and shove and push it. Somebody knows. People don't just poof gone, okay? Nobody's poof gone. Somebody saw something. Now, maybe somebody doesn't realize what they saw, which is why you have to keep speaking about it. Speak, speak, speak. I know people don't always want to hear about Keith. I know that. Not everybody does. Not everybody wants to hear about whoever's dead person, murdered person, blah, blah, blah person. I get it, okay? Like sometimes people just want to have coffee in the morning and think of nothing but nonsense, like unstressful things. Totally understand it. Keep talking. Put your child's name out there. Keep doing it because somebody knows. Somebody knows. It's very important with missing kids. Somebody knows. I know. I'm glad I'm going to be blessed with another granddaughter. See my other one tomorrow, and the one in the belly is going to be when she comes, because it's up to them when they're in the belly. But believe me, somebody knows. So maybe they don't know what they saw. So you can always go back 3, 4, 5 years later to the neighborhood. If somebody went missing, somebody saw something, and you can talk to those people. Thank you for that, Damien. Thank you. You can talk to those people and you can say, hey, my daughter, my son went missing. Did you ever hear anything about that? And maybe the bullies, the guilties have moved away, and maybe, I know, Keith rescued. It's gonna have to be for my pet chicken when I get away from the bears, Bobby, because Ken ain't gonna name the baby that. Um, you literally have to keep talking. If you put the name there with the intention of finding the information, it will come up somehow, some way, and in the weirdest ways. I mean, the best thing, the best example I saw in a movie is Erin Brockovich, when the character is in that, she's going all around, they're doing fundraisers like all over rural Hinckley and all of that. And the information was everywhere. Like, people mention shit all the fucking way along. This shit, that. You just have to put it together. But on that scene where she's in the bar and she's freaked out, hearing that creepy little guy who's stalking her, and he strikes up a conversation. He's watching her because he wants to help, but he doesn't know how to. So he's got to watch her to make sure she's cool. And he gives her information she needs. Yes, people are going to threaten you. People don't want you asking questions. People are going to call you a crazy fucking asshole, tell you you're stupid, blame you, whatever. Keep asking questions. Keep that up there, front and center. I can't even express it enough just to keep it up there. Never let anybody tell you you can't find out, because you can. A baby's soul always goes back to God. Always. You see, I know something about, oh my God, SW. What's SW? Sex work? Yeah, I'm out of the sex work industry. Sorry, too tired for that. But don't let anybody stop you. These authorities, we've been taught to listen just to them. I don't care if it's a politician. I don't care if it's a cop. I don't care if it's Armando knows, right? Armando. Bobby. These fucking people. Block, lie, change their stories. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. And not just in my case. I hear, Summer Wells. Thank you. I'm like, sex work? No, too old. Summer Wells. Yes, I've got to focus on that one again. But it's just interesting. It's really interesting. I hear so many stories. And they tell the parents they're crazy. Okay, so as is the case with Caitlin Murray, if she did jump off a bridge, where the fuck is her body? You looked and drained the entire river. Where is her body? Oh, you never found the body. I'm talking on a river, right? I'm talking in a river. So the body never washed up on shore. A shoe never showed up. A purse never showed up. A necklace never showed up, with kids down at the water smoking dope under the bridge. Nobody fucking saw this little girl. She jumped off the bridge and killed herself, allegedly. Where's her body? That is not true. She was trafficked, and I know she was trafficked. So the information is out there. It's getting these fucking people to speak. So you have to go at it. Year 2, year 4, year 10. I don't care. Keep talking. Never hire private named Armando. Oh my God. No, he was a witness. He told us a story and then recanted. Like, he literally said, I saw a car cut your son off, pull in, pull out, and then totally switched his fucking story. It's like, why? Are you mental? Like, I know people lie. They want attention. I know I had another witness who literally was laughing and said, well, if he'd have done this, then this wouldn't happen. I'm like, ugh, whatever. Yeah, no, there's tons of kids being murdered by their parents right now. There's tons, and this is demonic possession. It's not even human beings. Yeah, he might have been paid off. It's not even human beings being crazy. It's literally, they smoke dope and weed and drugs, and it gets in their fucking head, and they kill their kids. The guy that killed his 3 kids, he was drunk. He's covering for his boss. That's exactly it. Bobby and I know, we just need to know. Hard thing to explain, but that's kind of how it works. Anyway, I'm so exhausted because of the bear. No, I'm kidding. Because of the almost pulling my tooth surgery and the last antibiotic. So I am going to head to bed, y'all. That's what I'm going to do. I thought I'd come on and tell you like weird stories, but the bear was a weird story. So the bear thinks that he can come to my house. Yeah, we have no morals in this society. She's under the chair over here. Yeah, drugs and alcohol it does leave you open to spiritual possession. Absolutely. All right, you guys, have a good night. Yeah, no, I'm not going outside to hang out with the bear. He just walked up the middle of the street. He's like, "Hey, I'm the bear. You bitch, you got salmon." All right, you guys. Peace out. Yeah, remember, don't give up on your kids. Even though you're wounded, losing a child is like being shot right in the forehead, punched right in the face, stomped on by I don't know what, stabbed to death, lit on fire. But if you can look at it from the perspective that you will be with your child one day, and then focus on putting your child's name in the correct framing for what happened in their life, if you can focus on that, that is a gift you can give your child from this side to that side. And I'm being serious. That is actually a gift you can give to help your child. So your child can feel that. So that is something you can do. Like you can be proactive in it. And you can fall apart on the weekends when you get in your car and whatever, but you can do that. All of you who've lost children, whatever the case is, I don't care what the case is, you can do that. All right, you guys, I love you all so much. Yeah, I do. I'm just like listening to see if I can hear the bear out there. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's Pride Month too. Happy Pride Month. I think it's the whole month, or is it the end of the month or the beginning of the month? I don't know, but happy Pride Month to everybody who's in that community as well. All right, you guys, I am going. I know you miss your son. I know. Yeah, have a good night, you guys. I'll be back. I'm going to try to tune the bear out. I'm going to lock my car, though, because I may have left snacky snacks in the car. I don't need him opening the door. I've got the snacky snacks in there. Okay, bye, you guys. Bye.